All right, let's shift our focus now to the Golden State as the annual Milken Institute Global Conference is underway in Beverly Hills, with a new wrinkle added to the banking sector stress after First Republic's collapse. We're checking with Yahoo Finance's Brian Sozzi on what he's picking up on from the halls of the Beverly Hilton. Sozzi?
Yeah, Diane, good to see you here. Well, this conference certainly got a lot more interesting than it already was going to be. 3,500 people at this conference, 280 sessions. And as those folks come in, stream into the Beverly Hilton here in California, they are awaking to news. Of course, as you've been talking about all morning long, JP Morgan now owning First Republic. And I thought this conference call by Jamie Dimon and his CFO, Jeffrey Barnum, this morning was absolutely remarkable. You had Jamie Dimon saying this, which I think says so much about where JP Morgan, how important that company continues to be in financial services. Jamie Dimon saying this, quote, "I was just the first call." He continues to be the first call anytime there is a banking crisis in this country. Jamie Dimon gets that first call, and he gets what a lot of people are telling me this morning, a sweetheart deal on First Republic. JP Morgan, of course, Jamie Dimon was out there, Washington Mutual during the past financial crisis, getting what looks to be a very good deal on First Republic here. Top of mind amongst a lot of folks that we were going to talk to at this conference. One of the key interviews right out of the chute for us today is Citigroup CEO Jane Fraser, who was part of that banking consortium that invested $5 billion into First Republic back in March. My understanding is they get that money back. So from a Citigroup perspective, that is a good thing. But what does it mean to their business as a Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan get stronger here today in the wealth management business, where Citigroup and many other players are trying to get even stronger? I will just add this, going back to that conference call from Jamie Dimon, he's saying that the financial system is stable, and he is urging folks to take a deep breath. Again, a remarkable conversation, and we'll have a lot more remarkable conversations here at the Milken Conference throughout today. I encourage everyone to tune in and bring their notebook.
Brian, while we've got you, in those remarkable conversations, where do you expect that a different R word might come up, and that is recession?
Well, Brett, I think recession is top of mind. There are actually some folks on Wall Street that I have talked to thinking we already are in a mild economic contraction here in the second quarter. Of course, recession is seen as 2 quarters in a row of negative growth. But again, we have to put that recession question to every person we interview here, because the economy has slowed down in large part of what we've seen from the Federal Reserve. And let's keep in mind the Federal Reserve is going to come out this week, likely raise rates another 25 basis points. And there is no indication that despite the economic slowdown, they are poised to pull back on rate hikes as the year goes along. A lot of folks that I have been talking to recently are putting on a lot of trades under the assumption that in the back half of the year, the Fed is still out here raising rates, but in 25 basis point increments.
Well, lots to come from the Milken Institute Conference, what they call Davos West. Sozzi, keeping a close eye on that. And be sure to keep an eye on Yahoo Finance's coverage of the conference, where we will be bringing you conversations with names like Apollo CEO Mark Rowan, Citi CEO Jane Fraser, and, of course, Michael Milken.